Welcome back to our new session. So in this session, we're going to learn about loops in general, how do loops work, and what are the type of loops that are supported in Scilab. So we'll start from the for loop, and then we'll learn about the while loop. So let's begin. The for loop is very simple. If you are familiar with programming, you will know how the for loop works. But the syntax of for loop in C or C++, it is quite different from what we see in Scilab. So in Scilab, for writing a for loop, you have to learn the basic syntax of how a loop is being written in Scilab. So I'm going to start with the for loop. So it's quite easy if you pay attention. So for writing in for loop, you have to write the keyword for. Then you have to declare or take initializer of a variable. Suppose I'm taking I in my case, okay, and I'm initializing that variable to a certain value, suppose 1, okay. And then what I'll do is I'll fix a range, and then I'll separate it using the column. So my range is 5. So what it will do is it will go from 1 to 5. But did I mention the increment? It's quite important in a loop to mention the increment. So in my for loop, the increment will be 1. So and separated by a column. So it will go from 1 to 5. Okay, the loop will go from 1, 2, 3, then 4, then 5. Okay, so I have to write here. Suppose I am going to display the value of I each time the loop iterates. So I'm going to write here this. For ending the loop, you have to write here end. So what it will do is it will jump from 1 to 5 and it will print all the values of I. Okay, here you can see you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is how a loop works. This is the initializer, this is the increment or decrement, you can say, and then this is the final value or the range. Okay, so if I want to write in a more different way, let's go with x equals to suppose 1. Okay, and no, x is equals to 10, and it will end on 1. Okay, and the increment or decrement is -1. In my case, it is -1. So can you tell me what it will do? If you know what is the output of this program, just write in the comment section below, just so that I can know that you have gone through the basic iteration process, how it works in loop. So this will display in according to my thought process, this will display from 10 to 1 in reverse. So let's see. If I press enter, you can see here it is displayed from 10 to 1, having a decrement of -1. So this is how a loop works. For loop works in Scilab. We are going to implement this for loop a lot of times while doing our program. So this is it. Doesn't matter if you write here. Suppose if you write here something like right here for I equals to, let's say, 1, and then if you write here 2, and then if you write here 10. So what it will do is it will skip one element, and then it will go for it will skip the successive element and then print the next element. Suppose I write here like this, and then it will skip one successive element. So 1, then 2 is skipped, and 3, and 4 is skipped, then 5. But that's not the process of writing in odd, printing the odd integers. The process of printing an odd integer, I'll show you in the next couple of videos. So yeah, this is it. So this is how you write the for loop. It's pretty simple. For followed by the variable or the initializer that you're going to use, the initial value, the increment or decrement that you are going to use, and then what do you say, the final value. So this is how a for loop is being written. That's it. So now in the next portion, we are going to learn about the while loop. So stay tuned. Hey, so writing a while loop is not at all difficult. It is not at all complicated. It's pretty easy, but the syntax is quite different from what you see in C and C++. So I'm going to guide you step by step how to write a while loop in Scilab. So let's begin. So suppose I want to display the multiplication table of, let's say, number 3. Okay, so I will perform this experiment using while loop. So it's pretty easy. First, you need to initialize a variable. Suppose in my case, I have I, which I'll wait. I have I, which I'll initialize to suppose 1. Okay, and then I'll write the while loop. So I have to write here while followed by the condition. So your condition must be very specific. Suppose my condition is check if I is less than 11, and if I is less than 11, do this operation or perform this set of statements. So my statement is pretty simple. 3 multiplied by I, and then what you do, you increment the value of I, which is I equals to I plus 1. So and then end the loop. So don't be confused, it's pretty easy. It will check if I is less than 11, which holds true, and then it will display 3 multiplied by I. Okay, so 3 1s are 3. So and then it will increment the value of I. It will increment the value of I by 1. So I plus 1, and then it will end the loop. So what it will do is, it will on repetition, it will print the value of 3 stable. So 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9. So that's what it will perform. So let's check. It is doing that thing. Let me show you. So here you can see. Here you can see. So let's do one thing. Yeah, I will. Okay, so 3, the value of 3 is here. So 3 1s are 3. Then I is changing to 2, and then value of that display is 6, and then I has also changed. You can see the increment operator, and this seems a bit confusing, but through format you can easily format your output. I'll show you in the next couple of videos, so stay tuned till then. And this is how a while loop works, guys. And here you can do anything, like any kind of incrementation you can do. You can write here, suppose I multiplied by equals to I multiply 1, or I multiply 2. That's how you can do. And don't it doesn't have to be an increment. It can be a decrement, it can be a multiplication, it can be a factor, it can be anything. So this is how while loop work in Scilab. So I hope this is it regarding the loop section. There is nothing left. There is no do while loop in Scilab. You can implement one way in which do while loop can be executed, but that's not the need of the moment. We need to focus on for and while loop. The moment you are comfortable with for and while loop, I'll jump into the select statement or the switch case which you have in Scilab. So till then, take care, and I'll see you in my next video.